I'm hitting live now.
Can I have the spam link to put in the chat?
We should be live now. Yeah, we're saying we're live.
You didn't do the intro again. That's a bit
I'm not doing the
pants.
intro.
VTUK. I'll do it.
Clip that. Clip that. Clip that. Clip that.
Can anyone beatbox?
I've got it. Shut up, Chandler.
Sorry.
Sorry. That's like the world's most annoying song.
At work, my brain's just gone a bit.
Alright, we're back. We're back.
And I'm drinking the heavy stuff.
I have
Right,
no
so
idea.
I think that's YouTube's fault. I think something freaked out on YouTube's end.
It does because we were still streaming from this end.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've just realised I'm now watching the chat from the old one.
Yeah, you got to switch chats.
I got to turn the
they
chat.
all saw,
I'm
they all
wondering
saw
why
you.
chat's not doing it.
Hello, Badger.
Right.
Hello, Orgy. Hello, Michael. Hello, Miku. David. Lucky. Stuart.
Right, so where were we at? So yeah, I was talking about customer service, and the fact is, go on.
I was just about to say that while I'm going to try and multitask. No, fuck it. I'll do this in a minute. I was just saying that it's not the if the vendor is advertising that a product is 1,000 milliamp hours. If you've got a reason to think this doesn't feel like 1,000 milliamp hours, then you go back to the vendor and go, look, you're telling me on your website that this is 1,000 milliamp hours. I don't think that's true. This isn't behaving
It's
like
not
a
necessarily.
1,000
It's not.
device.
He wasn't necessarily saying that the device isn't 1,000 milliamp hour. He's saying that the one he had wasn't 1,000 milliamp hour.
I've got 5,000 mAh internal batteries in my shop, right? And every now and then we will get one where someone comes and goes, it's lasting an hour. Well, this is a device that lasts 2 days straight for most tanks. So we know that they do go wrong, and batteries do go wrong. It's not unheard of. It's not a slight on the product. It's just, it happens. The issue here is how you treat your customers. You have to treat your customers with respect. A, because it speaks volumes about your brand and how you see your customers. But B, it just shows what you think about the vaping industry as a whole, that people are just there to be... Now, don't get me wrong, there are certain people that I would like to say some choice words to as and when they come in the shop. There's like, I'm sure you're the same,
Benny?
Chandler. No. No, not anyone in not anyone in particular, but sometimes you just get those people that you just want to say the truth to.
Yeah, that junkie that walks in and goes, "You got any of that weed oils, mate?"
Exactly. But even then you still can't. And I've read it on the notes here, like a couple of questions. So what is it that we expect these days from our vaping companies, and how far should these companies go for their customers? And when is it okay to tell customers that they're wrong?
When they're being bellends.
First things first. I'm guessing that this said person ordered their products online.
Yes, they did.
So they're covered by the 14-day distance selling regulation. I'd be sending it back.
Yes, and I think he is.
I think he should be contacting Trading Standards.
No, give them a chance to put it right. Utilise the distance selling regulation, which is 14 days. Send it back and give them chance to put it right.
Yeah.
I think you should do that with your shirt, Chandler.
You do know it's not orange, it's my camera that's all fucked up. It is actually red.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Chris, I think Orgy's got the ump with you.
Wow.
Apparently you can't read.
I've got something in my eye. What's the matter, Orgy? Tell us all about it.
So, I mean, personally, as a consumer, when I am a consumer, I expect A, the vape companies to know what they're selling, and B, to be respectful of not only trading standards laws and things like your statutory rights and things, but also to take into account that your problem might be the first time that problem's ever occurred. We're in an industry where new products are coming out every week, and new shit is going to happen all the time, unless you buy a smart product, in which case you've got a 50% chance it's going to fucking die on you.
Well, look, I bought a... Sorry, was it... Now, hang on a minute. Oh no, okay.
Well,
You were
put it
saying
this way,
Are
you
you
both
having an
bought
internal
species
debate?
mods.
Yeah, I was having an internal
species mods, and one of yours has died. 50% chance it's going wrong.
Well, it doesn't matter who you. I was trying to remember who you said he bought it off.
Vape 101.
Okay, well that's all right because I was just gonna say E-Cig. It's E-Cig one. I bought a mod off, and when I got it and opened the battery door, the battery contacts were hanging loose. They weren't attached to the door like they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I messaged him and sent a picture back and went, "Is it supposed to be like this?" And they went, "No, send it us back. We'll send you a new one."
They went, "Yeah, of course it is, mate."
Yeah. I mean,
So
I
was quite happy then to, all right, then, well, I'll tell you what, I'll place another order and you can send me the other one back with my order, which they did.
Yeah.
So I put some order in for some juice and some other bits and bobs, and that's what they did. I posted it back and they sent it a new one with an order I put in.
Well, the guy I work with had a similar issue, and the response he got from a company, this is a different product, different company, was the correct response. So he bought a Me Pod, and I don't know if you know, they changed the pods that go in them. They had a lot of leaking issues with their pods that would leak into the mod. Well, he had the first batch of pods, so he said, "Oh, you know, it's died on me. It's auto firing, blah 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 blah." He contacted Ohms Distro, who are the exclusive UK distributors.
Yeah, but the guys at Ohms Distro sound as fuck.
Oh, exactly.
He is an absolute diamond.
He gave me a mark one of the prototype Me Pods, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well,
for free. We scammed it.
He bought
free shit. Hashtag free shit.
He bought this product from. Right, shut up.
What?
He bought this product from Vape Expo, right? So he didn't even buy it from them directly. He didn't buy it from a store. He bought it from Vape Expo, and they still honoured it. They could have said, well, you could have bought that off fucking anyone, right? And they still honoured it. They still sent him a new one, and they sent him a bunch of free pods for free, because with the new batch on them, with the new O-rings and whatnot, and that's how you deal with it. They asked for pictures, and they asked for ID to say who he was, and blah, 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 but that's just semantics. The point is that they dealt with it the way that Vaping 101 should have dealt with this one.
Yeah.
Well, that's maybe says more about the people behind the companies than it does about anything else.
I just want to comment on ease. In German, we say to the vape, "Son of a bitch."
We say
Night, Keith, thanks for joining us, mate. We'll see you next week.
See you later.
Night, Keith.
Sorry,
Simon's just said, my local vape shop is so shit, staff in particular. If you gave them a bucket full of arseholes and elbows, they wouldn't know which was which.
I'm going to throw out a little competition here. First person to message me on the 29th of May saying, I don't know, what should we say, boys?
Hang on, that's not fair, because now Keith's not watching anymore. Keith's not going to be able to enter.
We should come back and catch up on what he misses out on.
Clunge,
oh, okay,
that's what they got to say.
Clunge.
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 First person to message me on the 29th of May saying Clunge can have a free Pandora.
Free
Can I do it?
Free shit, free shit, free shit.
I'm going to set a reminder on my phone.
Orgy says, most shops around my way have students who don't know what they are much about the products they're selling. When you try and explain, they make out that they know more than you.
Yeah, that's because they have to.
That does my tree.
I swear Orgy used to work in a vape shop, local to him. I imagine if he had the same attitude when someone else come in. Just ask him.
The trouble is, I have a tendency, when that happens, I have a tendency to then suddenly pretend I know fuck all.
I do that anyway. I go into vape shops and pretend I know nothing and see what they try and sell me. I love doing it.
And
it's my favourite hobby.
If they're fucking shit, then I don't buy out. I just fuck off. If they're like, you want a mech mod with
I normally wait. I normally wait and see what terminology they use. I'll just go in and say, what have you got that's good? And they're like, oh, well, there's this new...
You're the worst customer.
I am the worst customer. Especially because I know enough to be able to say, well, you're talking bollocks, mate. And I like doing that as well. I got kicked out of a vape shop once because some woman told a customer that I can't even remember what it was. They had a product, and it was something that was, I think it was like a Kanga Subox. They were about 50 quid when they came out, and they were selling it for like £149. And she told him, one, it was the cheapest in the UK. Two, he said that he had an intolerance to PG, and she said, "Oh, we've got 100% VG liquid." And I was like, "Okay, right." And this was, bearing in mind, this was about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And then she went out the back to go and get some of this 100% VG liquid. And I wrote down the website of another company and says you can get it for £54 here, mate. And she snatched the note off of this counter that he'd had. She screwed it up, threw it in a bin, and told me to get out. And Amazing. Then a year later, this is in the town where my missus was from, and we were visiting our family. So a year later, we were visiting our family again, and I went into the same vape shop because I'd run out of something like cotton or whatever, and she said, "You're not going to pull the same stunt you pulled last year, are you?" So obviously it stuck in her head that much that a whole year later, the first thing she said to me was, yeah. So she knew that she was being a cunt, and it obviously bugged her a lot that I'd called her up on it. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I remember going into a vape shop talking about like people not knowing what they're talking about. I went to a very popular vape shop in Camden. I think it's called Vape and Vaults, and there was a lad in there, and I had a mech on me at the time, and I just said, "Oh, do you mind just chucking this in your battery charger, see what the battery level is, like the voltage?" And he went, right. So what watts do you run this at? And I went, "Well, it's a mechanical mod. I need to know the voltage of the battery." "Yeah, but it runs at watts, right?" And I was like, "Well, no, I need to know out of 4.2 what my battery level is. Is it 3.5? Is it 3.7? And he was like, "Yeah, but this will only give me volts, not watts." And I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake." And he was the one stood behind the counter selling noisy crickets. I mean, don't get me wrong, he looked the part of a vape shop sales bro. Like, he had the hat, he had the tattoos, he had the Juice branded t-shirts, but he did not have anything resembling a brain in his head. So, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I used to go to Camden when I was about 14. And we'd go down to these shops opposite the market. And they used to have like a shop, and then there'd be like a little ominous staircase that takes you down to like an underground basement shop where they've obviously doubled up on rent by renting out the basement to someone else. And they'd stand in a doorway until you buy stuff. But like, I remember as a 14-year-old lad, with like two of my mates, we were going to see Prodigy or something in Brixton. And so we'd gone to Camden for the day. We're down in this underground shop, and literally all they sold was sex toys and mushrooms. Amazing. And they were like pressuring us into buying something. I'm like, I'm a 14-year-old lad. What the fuck am I going to want with a big 18-inch rubber cock? Do you know what I mean? What are you doing? So their selling tactics in Camden have been questionable for a number of years.
By the way, did you leave your shed out in the rain?
What?
Did you leave your shed out in the rain? Looks like it's shrunk.
Oh no, your missus put it on a hot wash for me.
Oh, okay, fine.
Like she did with your red t-shirt, it came out orange.
No, it is red. It's bloody red.
It's like Cass's beard orange. That's what it is.
It is. Oh, here you go. Look. This. Everybody knows what colour these are. What colour's that?
Ah, orange Coke. I've heard about that. I want to try that.
Yeah.
That's more red than your top is.
To be fair, it is. I mean, Cass's beard is